If you want a real four-wheel drive, experience is everything. And the Jeep Wrangler's history dates all the way back to the Second World War. They really don't make them like this any longer. In the good old days, off-roaders had a separate chassis allowing better ground clearance, giving them stonking ability off-road. Just like the name suggests, the Wrangler is an ace when the going gets really tough. 60 years worth of know-how do make a difference. In a time before sport utility vehicles, being great on-road meant you had to make compromises off-road. And it's on the tarmac that this really does show its grey hairs. It's noisy, wallowy, and you really do have to be a dedicated Jeep fan to like this. One thing the Wrangler doesn't lack is performance. This 4-litre petrol gives this bruiser near hot hatch pace, but you'll pay for it at the pump. Like most American motors, this Jeep likes to drink. There's also a smaller 2.5-litre petrol available, but economically it's not a lot better than the bigger engine, but lacks in performance. The cost of fuel, insurance, parts could make your bank manager your new worst enemy. So, why buy one? There is something incredibly nostalgic about the Jeep, a vehicle designed to go anywhere and, dare I say it, help liberate nations. This car reminds us of times when motoring was simpler, a time before microchips and mobile phones. And of course, there's the pose factor. If you can afford to run one, everyone knows you've made it. So what should you look for? Check carefully for any wheel or bodywork damage as a result of hard off-road use. Damaged or missing trim and hoods are expensive to replace. The 4-litre engine is very reliable, but gearboxes can leak oil and get noisy with age. And when it comes to the time to sell, you may struggle. There's an enthusiastic but small market for them, so finding buyers can be a bit tricky. Nowadays, it's very tricky to recommend a Jeep Wrangler unless you're going to venture away from the urban jungle into the real jungle, because that's where this really shows its true charm. So whether you want a car with a go-anywhere ability or you just want that classic four-wheel drive, this could be the one for you.
Well, Jon Slattery's alternative suggestion for this week's programme was the Jeep Wrangler. Now, what do you think of that? Do you like the idea of that?
Yeah, I like the rugged look and the American look,
yeah,
of the Jeep.
I mean, you lived in America for a bit, so you like that sort of feel.
I like that look, yeah.
What about you, Julie? How do you feel about a Jeep
I
Wrangler?
didn't think it was practical enough. There's no boot space in it at all. It's a fun-looking car, but it's just not practical.
It's probably more about fun, that sort of car, than actually,
Yes.
you know, getting out there and mud plugging, really, isn't it?
Yeah. 4 people and that's it. Maybe a picnic basket in the back.
Yeah.